So I want to wrap it up with this question.
Sure.
Because Brundo's birthday was July 7th. July 7th also Bash at the Beach 96. So I put it on Twitter because I was curious. Is that the most important moment in professional wrestling history?
No.
No. An important moment, yes. The most important, no.
I'm curious as to what you think the most important moment in pro wrestling history would be.
Hogan beating the Sheik. I think it's got to be, because the fucking business gets turned on its head and changes forever based on that one match. Nothing else happens with WWE taking over the wrestling landscape. If that doesn't happen.
If you're looking at just strictly like from the show standpoint, what's in front of you, moment in wrestling itself, story, you know what I mean? The whole thing. I really, it's hard for me to not go with like Hogan Andre 3. You know what I mean? Like, and obviously Tony's right. Like that doesn't happen without Hogan beating Sheik.
Right.
But him, Andre was, I mean, that's still a moment that you point to. And I think people point to before they point to Hogan beating Sheik. It was a spectacle. It was Andre, the whole bit, him, Andre turning I have to go with that because that's, Hogan was huge, right? Mega superstar before then, but then he slams Andre, and that's, I mean, that it just went again. You know what I mean? Like up and away. So
I don't even think it was him slamming Andre; it was him beating Andre, right?
Beating Andre, yeah.
But the slam is the iconic moment, you know. Right. And I think there's a lot that goes into HK's argument there because not many people in the mainstream know that Hulk Hogan beat the Iron Sheik. Most people just know Hulk Hogan was like the WWF champion.
Right.
You know, that's the synonymity there. That's Hogan WWF, not Hogan beats the Sheik and the Hulkamania is born. People just, if you ask them, they could very well say Hulkamania was always in existence, you know?
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, but if you go timeline, then you'd have to say, probably Skolin turning his bitch ass on Bobby B, right?
He didn't turn.
Oh, he fucking turned on him, that fucking turncoat piece of shit.
He saved him.
That fucking piece of shit turncoat son of a bitch.
Also,
you know what?
Double his balls out in his grave.
Double T makes a point.
His balls in his grave.
What if the Iron Sheik broke Bobby B's back and we don't get Bobby B winning the championship in the 90s? What if we don't get fucking Crazy Hands Backlund?
I also don't think you've ever watched like 83, 84 Backlund and how fucking bad it fucking is.
Well, no, wait a minute. Now HK's got the fucking definitive Bobby B collection on DVD. I'm wondering how far he's gotten into that collection.
He can't hook up a DVD player unless it's that fucking Rancho Loco. They got
I can hook up a DVD player. I fucking got my DVD player ready to go. I haven't hooked it up yet, but I do have it. I put it. It's down by the TV downstairs. I can watch it on the treadmill. It's just I'm trying to watch all this other wrestling too.
Well, there you go. So when the travels to Minnesota come around in October, there should be a Bobby B marathon.
Oh, all right.
With some fucking takeout Rancho Loco.
Yeah. I'll get an extra bottle of limoncello for us.
Fuck
it'll help us fall asleep. I like that.
No, it won't. What, Double T, do you think that there's something bigger than Hulkster Sheik or Hulkster Andre? Like, do you think it's the NWO?
I think it's in the conversation.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Like if you look at like Hulkamania was great up until 6, right? Like realistically, because he was burnt out. Fair enough. The business was in a weird spot. Passes the baton to Warrior. Things don't work out. They bring him back, right? They kind of got lucky with not lucky, but they did like a very unconventional thing with Sergeant Slaughter being an Iraqi sympathizer, and it kind of changed where WrestleMania was going to be. But like, you look at 96, like the business was not great. Hogan was not doing great in WCW. They were not excited about him. WWF was not doing great. By all accounts, like Vince is taking out water coolers. They're not making money. The NWO starts and Vince is forced to go with Austin. Because if you read the books, and look at the history, like he did not like the shit man stuff. He did not like the double birds. Like he did not like that image for the WWF, but he was painted into a corner when the NWO was formed because everyone started talking about fucking the NWO and watching WCW. Like his hand was forced. And if that doesn't happen, like, does he stay the fucking ringmaster? Like, do we get Stone Cold Steve Austin? I don't know. Like 94, 95, 96 WWF and WCW is not great.
Well, we also, you know, if the curtain call doesn't happen, we don't get Steve Austin either, you know?
True.
I think HK might be onto it that WrestleMania 3 is probably the biggest moment in wrestling history. You know, thinking about it more.
Yeah, I just don't know what else. And again, the Hogan turning, that was the only time that, like, a heel turn, I've said it before, that's the only time a heel turn was ever covered on the local news in Minnesota. You know what I mean? Like the locals, huge. The 4, 5, 9, 11, 23, all the locals were carrying Hulkster turning. Like that was huge news. So it was a big deal for sure. But I don't think that it was bigger than 3. I think 3 kind of sets the stage. And Hulkster's the only guy that's like kind of responsible for Wrestling Boom multiple times.
Sure, yeah. Well, it's
crazy. It's crazy. Also, Double T, they people talk about that water cooler shit all the time. And I think Pritchard and there's one other person that said it before. Like they put in a water filtration system. That's why the coolers were taken out, not because
Pritchard fucking sucks that WWE dick like it's like
sure,
he would never say anything bad about the company.
But still, like multiple people.
But JJ Dillon left. They wouldn't pay his fucking health insurance. They told him he had to take like a 70% pay cut.
Good, 70%. JJ Dillon, kick rocks. Who'd you ever beat?
JJ,
he managed the fucking 4 Horsemen. HK, come on now.
JJ Dillon actually wrestled at MSG. He wrestled Tito. He wrestled Tito Santana for the IC title.
Arguably the greatest faction ever. The 4 Horsemen.